All right. Hi, Monique.
Hey Samantha, you look pretty.
Thank you, girl. All right, you guys, it is 3 p.m. and we are going to go ahead and get started with this amazing event. We do still have people slowly but surely coming on in, but I do want to go ahead and get started because I want to make sure that I give all of you ladies a chance to speak, have enough time to speak, and let everybody know about your amazing businesses. So I'm going to go ahead and get everything kicked off. I am your girl, Samantha Jax, the one and only. Let's go, CEO and author. And I am also the founder of a mental health nonprofit organization. You can find my novels on Amazon at amazon.com/Samantha Jax or /S Chameleon. Or you can also get any of my products or find out more information about myself on my website at www.samanthajax.com. I'm not going to take up a bunch of time about myself. I want to go ahead and get on into these amazing business owners that we have today. If you weren't with us last month, we had three other amazing speakers last month that spoke about their businesses and gave their information so that you can follow them if you choose to become consumers of theirs. This particular event is so that the consumers can get upfront and personal with some of the consumers that they go online and purchase from on a daily basis. We want to be able to reach out and touch our consumers and talk to our consumers. A lot of times we see their names go by on our websites because they purchase things from us, but we never get a chance to communicate with them and, get a one-on-one and have them ask questions and things of that nature. So that's the reason that I made this event. So today we're going to have three more amazing speakers as we did last month. And to start it off, we are going to have one of our speakers we had from last month that we did bring back this month, which is one of my amazing friends. She's been one of my best friends since seventh grade, and I'm just so proud of her and the things that she has accomplished. And I want you guys to um, be able to experience the great friend that I have in her. So, without further ado, I am going to bring to you all the one and only Cynthia Walker, author,
Wow.
CEO, and nonprofit founder of Dream.
Wow, I feel so special. Can you run that back? send me send me a clip of that. I need that sound bite.
Yes, ma'am, you got it.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Like Samantha Jax said, we have been friends forever. I mean, once you put a number to it, you like, wow, we've been friends that long. But yes, I am a two-time author. My first book is Dream Keep It Moving. It is a motivational journal for young people. The character's name is Dream. She takes you on a journey of her life, similar to what our young people deal with today. And so the book is jam packed with motivation, extension questions about each chapter, and extension activities because the book was created to promote young people to journal. It's one thing we found with youth nowadays is they keep so much bottled up inside of them and they don't know how to let it out and they don't know who to talk to. So really this is an outlet for them. I found, going through my journey of healing and, just maturing that once I get that stuff out of me, that gets me a little further in my journey. So I created that for the young people. I just released in August my second book, Letters from Joy. That is more of like a memoir of finding your joy, whatever that looks like. So for me, my story was I was a teen mom, single mom. Throughout that journey, I lost myself. And when my kids all got grown, and I had to look in the mirror and ask myself, who are you? So that was kind of like a memoir of my journey to find my joy, my inner peace. So I'm really excited about that. I always credit all my work to God because I can go back and read my work and I'm like, whoo, I get emotional or, just whatever. But so the books are very impactful. Not to, toot my own horn, but I encourage you to go out and check out my books. I have a website, dreamkim.com. Like Samantha Jax said, I just started my nonprofit a year ago. I am so excited about that. That is Dream KIM for the Keep It Moving Speaks. And that nonprofit, I created that so because I have a passion of doing conferences for young people. I'm always pushed into the realm of the young ladies. So I'm like, okay, where I'm gonna go, where I'm pushed and where I'm pulled. So I just did my first conference in March of this year. I did a virtual conference. Samantha Jax came and spoke to the young ladies. And I chose three young ladies through a nomination process here in my town in Grand Rapids, Michigan. And I gave them makeovers from head to toe. They had a photo shoot. They got a lot of goodies. I gave them a nice formal dinner, and I still stay in touch with them to this day. So that is my goal, is to bring impact and stay with them to kind of mentor them along the way. Did I forget anything? Because I have so much. I'm really working on creating me some product for 2023. Um, it's not just a thing for me. Dream Keep It Moving is a movement for me. It's something that really propelled me through my healing and got me to the confidence level that I am now. So
Mhm.
I want to share that with the world. I want to use that and bring that to other people to help impact their lives.
Absolutely, and that's amazing, and I love that you
Thank
do
you.
that because, I speak with a lot of young girls between the ages of, I would say, 17 and 24. A lot of
Mhm.
them know come to me through my nieces and know that I do the facilitating, for mental health. And a lot of times, a lot of them are lost or their families are not really understanding what the point that they're trying to get across, and it's really kind of hard for them to. So what you're doing, I think, is amazing because it kind of
Thank
gives them
you.
something to look up to. So thank you so much for coming
Thank
back
you.
again this month and sharing your amazing businesses with us. And you still have a few more minutes left, so if you could run back your website and your social medias
Yes.
so that everyone will know how to get in contact with you and also how they can donate to your nonprofit.
Yes.
This information will also be live on, I'm sorry, not live, but it will also be on my YouTube. So people will be able to run it back and go back so that they can reach out to you all.
Yes. Okay. So I am on social media under my name first, Cynthia Walker. All of my business social medias are Dream Keep It Moving or Dream KIM. My website is dreamkim.com. I would love for you to donate to my organization if you are listening out there. I have a huge conference that I am working on for 2023 for the young ladies in my community. And you can go right on my website, dreamkim.com, to donate. Every bit of it is so much appreciated. Or you can go to my website and buy my books because I use that money also to filter in through my nonprofit to help bring impact to young ladies.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that
Thank
information with us,
you.
Cynthia. I'm not sure if you'll be sticking around through the
Yeah.
end of the show, but if not, we'd love to have you. All right, you guys. So you got a chance to hear from Cynthia Walker again. And again, she was on with us last month. So you got a chance to hear from her again. It's always good to hear from her. Next, we have a new speaker coming to us this month, this young lady is another friend of mine. I've been living in South Carolina for about 8 years now, and she and I, we used to work together, and we just gathered a friendship from there. And this is my downtown lunch buddy, honey. She is one of my good friends here in South Carolina. Um, and I just absolutely adore her. And I gravitated to her, especially after knowing that she was a entrepreneur. And I've learned so much from her throughout the 4 years that we've been friends. And I've watched her grow and I watched her evolve with more businesses. So I wanted her to be able to come and share her information with you all and let you all get a chance to know this amazing woman. So, without further ado, I bring you my friend, educator, and mortgage loan officer, the amazing Monique Shante.
Thank you, Samara. Thank you
You're
so much.
welcome.
As she said, guys, she has literally watched me go through several different businesses. I kind of saw early on in my entrepreneur journey that the way I was going to kind of get ahead and kind of propel to get to the things that I wanted was through entrepreneurship. Um, just like a backstory, I started off with a boutique. So as she said, I am a teacher. I'm an educator. So I was teaching, but I was also working a part-time job at TJ Maxx. So I'm basically just burning myself out. While I'm at TJ Maxx, I think at the time I may have been working for like $8 an hour, maybe 10 at that time. But maybe $10 an hour. So I'm ringing up people at the register, and I'm bagging up $100, $200, purchases and things like that. I'm like, well, darn, they making all this money every night, but they're only giving me $10 an hour. And then like in our huddles at the end of the night, they always tell, what our sales were. And one night they had talked about, we had made $89,000 that night. But mind you, they only gave me $50 and maybe $60 for the 6 hours I had worked. So I kind of started to realize, hey, Monique, you need to kind of get into entrepreneurship yourself in order to get to where you need to go, because you working at TJ Maxx and even being a teacher, is not sustaining you to get farther in your life. So I basically started a boutique with my mom. That was really fun. It was successful in the beginning, but I learned early on that people are excited for a moment. Like my city was with me for a couple of months. It started to die down, and we just really couldn't keep up with the expenses. So we closed down our boutique. We had a front. And then we got into a mobile boutique. That was fun as well. You kind of had less overhead. We were going to different cities and things like that, selling our products. But a lot of things happened during that time. We didn't really want to sell on the weekend, so we kind of stopped doing that. Then I started a car lot. So I got into, selling cars. We actually found a spot in our city that had very little overhead. We wasn't paying much for our lot. Got into selling cars. But the thing with that was I didn't have control of my field. I didn't know much about cars. I had got into selling cars, but I didn't know much about cars. So it was just like I was just taking too many losses. We did keep the car business for like 3 years, so did pretty good with that. But then during that time, I actually ended up purchasing my own home. So I purchased my house, and then maybe 2 months later, we had gotten a Airbnb. And so, y'all, when I tell you the money that I was making from my Airbnb was just coming so quick and so easy, I was like, well, what have I been doing this whole time? Um, you know, rental property, home ownership, that type of thing is the next wave that I need to be in. So I had my Airbnb. I decided to let the car lot go because, like I said, I was making so much money with Airbnb. I just wanted to kind of multiply properties and things of that nature. And I had just bought my own house. And I remember the feeling that I felt when I bought my house. I was so excited. When you're actually paying your mortgage, it's a different feeling than when you're paying rent. You know what I mean? Like you can see where your money is going to. It's something that's going to be yours. So I decided, I said, I'm going to go back to school to get my license to be a loan officer. So that's what got me on this journey to be a loan officer. And my main goal has been to try to educate people on the importance of ownership. Because even right now, we're able to take equity out of our home, use it for an investment property, take equity out of our home to buy a rental property, to buy a little condo, to do Airbnb so that we can make more money. So when I started to kind of learn about home ownership, learn about rental properties and all those things. I really, really wanted to get into it so I can educate my people on how to get into it as well. So that's kind of what started my journey on being a loan officer. This business, guys, has been much more successful than my other businesses, but I feel it is because of my past experiences with my car lot, with my boutique, with my mobile boutique. I have taken all of my lessons that I've learned with those businesses and applied it to this business, and it's been working out for me. And so again, my name is Loan Officer Monique Shante. I am a loan officer. My main goal is to kind of try to educate people on the home buying process, on investments and things of that nature, on how to get your credit score where it needs to be, because I feel like in our community, that's what's needed to get us ahead. If you look at statistics, most millionaires became millionaires through real estate. So that's why I'm just so passionate about real estate. I love real estate. I love studying it. I love to just let people know what I've learned. So yeah, again, my name is Loan Officer Monique Shante. You can find me on Facebook at Loan Officer Monique Shante, on Instagram, Loan Officer Monique Shante, and then my website is loanofficermoniqueshante.com.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming to share your information. And I love the fact that you've fallen in love with it because you have taught me so much. Just along your journey. I remember when you went the day that you tested. I sent you a text early that morning, girl, you got this, because I was so excited for you, even while you were in school. And then when you passed the test, oh my God, that was just amazing. And to see the love that you've grown for it, and your marketing child, let me tell you.
Well, I have kind of learned from when I had my boutique. I kind of figured out the things I was doing wrong, which I still
Mhm.
work on. But I've tried to take those things and apply it to this business.
Yes, yes. And you're doing an amazing, amazing job. And I tell you, um, even though you can be friends with a lot of people, and even though if they're entrepreneurs, you can learn a lot. I've learned so much from Monique till it's just crazy. And your friends can teach you a lot and not even know that they are teaching you. But just entrepreneur wise, I've learned so much from her, as a business owner and as an amazing young lady. And I adore you, and I'm glad that we're friends. And thank you so much for coming and sharing your amazing information with everybody today.
You're welcome.
All right, now y'all, we have our amazing special guest speaker today. And it's funny because when I met her, me and Monique were together. So we ended up running into this young lady, and I just loved her hair. And that's how we started our conversation, was her hair. Her hair was so pretty and so amazing, and I love the color. And then we got on to talk and start a conversation, and come to find out, this amazing young lady happens to be a therapist, which is one of the many things that I would love to go back to college for, but I haven't got there yet. But yes, I was amazed to find out that she was a therapist. I just find it intriguing when I find therapists, because I am a certified mental health facilitator for NAMI. So I just thought that that was amazing. Amazing young lady that I wanted to get to know, and we do have a friendship from that day that we met. And she is an amazing, amazing person. And I wanted to be able to share her gifts and her talents with you all as well. So without further ado, I am going to introduce you all to LPCS and CEO at Points of Origin LLC, my friend, the amazing Shamika Chanel.
Sam, I swear, I have been teaching so many people about the power of accepting compliments, and you just laid it on thick, and I love it. So thank you for that. Thank you, thank you.
You're
And
so welcome.
Monique, I'm so glad that you were here today and you went before me because I'm Shamika Chanel, technically Shamika Chanel Argo of Points of Origin. It is a group practice and we are 100% virtual right now. And one of my favorite things about my practice Points of Origin is the fact that I have a love for teaching and I love that people have a love for learning. So we're able to come in and teach new clinicians that are new to the field, coming straight out of their master's program, and really help to grow them into confident professionals to help support I guess, the missions of everyone here, including Monique. I know, Monique, you did not mention much about the area of mental health, but you touch it so much in what you do. So thank you for that and for the work that both Sam and Cynthia are doing here. And I definitely want to connect with everybody else in the room going forward because everyone has such powerful missions and there is so much for everybody. There's nothing but abundance around us. And so I'm 100% confident that we can find ways to work together to not only support ourselves and our businesses, but our goal, our missions of helping our customers and our clients and all of humanity really to grow out of the spaces that we have been in. That is one of the reasons that I personally believe that I decided to choose the field of mental health to begin with. I say that to say, like, so many of us have been given like expectations and stigma and things that we have been born into, labels and things of sort. And a lot of spaces, we find that those things end up serving as limitations. And unfortunately, that's one of the things that it makes sense to talk about in so many different spaces. When you talk about like identifying exactly who you are, what's important to you, what your passions and your values are. And that's one of the reasons why I'm super excited to be here and super excited to have found my calling and something that's important to me because I can see the value and the beauty in being able to share those gifts and support people along the journeys that they have. So a little bit more about me as far as like how I got started is I'm actually I've been here in South Carolina since 2009, I believe. And I came here by way of Charlotte. Prior to that, I was here at Virginia State. I had an amazing experience at Virginia State. I learned a lot about myself as well as so many different people of color because being a young lady raised in Kansas next to a military base, I saw all kinds of things, a lot of diversity, not so much a lot of beautiful brown skin just doing what makes sense for them to do. I did see that at Virginia State. So I was able to grow a greater appreciation for not only myself, but for everyone else around me while they're at Virginia State. But while I was in Kansas, I actually was raised as many of us as a healer, a helper. We were encouraged to be supportive and do all other kinds of like cultural things or so societal, fit into societal norms. And I believe that's part of the reason why I initially said I wanted to be a doctor or a lawyer. I'm so glad that I quickly realized that I am not part of the herd and a doctor and a lawyer was just not going to fit for me exactly the way that I thought it would, but mental health would. And so I actually at UNC Charlotte is where I finished my. So at UNC Charlotte, I leave Virginia State. I get there and they say, "Hey, you need a minor or another major." I'm like, I don't know what else I want to do. I need to be a therapist. I need to help people. That's all I know. So I ended up struggling for a little while trying to find something else of interest. I went and did reading. I think I was in economics for a little while. And then I also did criminal justice. But I just wanted to be a therapist. I just wanted to be a therapist. So I ended up checking out after entertaining med school for a little while, right? I said I didn't want to be a doctor. I reminded myself my last year in Are you able to hear me? Okay. All right. So One of the reasons why I wanted to share that with everyone is that I have found that as an entrepreneur, every single one of those stories, not only are they my story, but they fit into my story, even as an entrepreneur, as a therapist, and everything else that I do. I find pieces of myself and pieces of my past. And that is the primary reason why the name of my practice is Points of Origin. There's so much value in where we've come from and where we started, and being able to work to understand that and how it's even at play in the decisions that we are making today. So I want to also mention that everyone here has an amazing journey, an amazing story, and being able to understand the value of that has been an amazing experience, because it has helped me to connect with so many different people and even work to process through a lot of the challenges of being an entrepreneur, which not many people talk about. They say we hear it's lonely at the top. But when you think about why is it lonely at the top? It's because being an entrepreneur, or should I say in part because being an entrepreneur really does require for you to be intentional on understanding who you are, honing down your skills, and driving with direction. And oh, okay, Monique. I honestly think what happened with that, Monique, is that it was someone who didn't know what they came for and decided that they wanted to make some different decisions. But Miss Sam was on top of that. So thank you, Sam.
Yeah, whoever that was, they was trolling. I deleted them, but they can run up on me if they want to. They gonna get a rude awakening. You can go ahead.
Listen, because Sam know where she came from.
They gonna get a rude
Sam knows where
awakening.
she. So that makes me think about when we first met, Sam, and thinking about like listening to you so far as you were introducing both Cynthia and Monique, and I'm like, Sam, when I met you that first day, I was like, Sam is the hype woman. Like, she is the ultimate. She's full of so much warmth and joy and excitement. And even though I carry my own light with warmth, joy, and excitement, it does not compare to Sam's, because Sam is in her own lane, and I love that about her. I love that about her. Look, that in everybody in this room, there's no competition.
Yeah,
This is the best part of finding your space and your footing in your life, and including like as an entrepreneur. You find that village. It doesn't have to be lonely at the top at all. But when you find your village and you're intentional on connecting and being who you are, how can you not win?
absolutely.
How can you?
Absolutely. It looks like Cynthia had to go. I know she was on the road. Shamika, thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming and sharing. And I want to bring you back. I'm gonna have you back on again because even with some of the things that you've been sharing on Facebook with your reels, is
Mhm.
very informative information, and whether people notice it or not, or actually takes the time to sit and listen, you actually share some very good points that a lot of adults should probably watch and pay attention to. So you should think about putting those on your YouTube, because you have some great points that you do on your reels. I think you do an amazing job with that. So I'm just so happy to have met you the night that we did, and for us to continue to stay friends. And we definitely got to do dinner again, because girl, you know that food was good when you cook. But yes, you guys, I want you to run back, Shamika, your contact information so that they'll know how to get in contact with you.
Fair enough. I do need to say this though. Listen, I need you to let me know what you want me to cook, because that's the only way I'm gonna get in the kitchen. I'm not interested in the kitchen. I enjoy it. I love it. But
Absolutely.
being able to support, I got it. You let me know. So you
Absolutely.
can find me online. Thank you, Sam, for being intentional and helping me to remember that I did want to mention that I am starting a YouTube channel.
Yes.
So I will be moving some of those reels. I do have several longer ones that will be going on to the YouTube channel first, but for the most part, majority of the reels that are online right now are spread between Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. And so the points of origin name on those channels would be Points of Origin LLC, and then also Shamika Chanel. That particular place on Facebook is where you can find the majority of the reels. However, there also are some on the Shamika Chanel Instagram site, and the
Mhm.
website will be pointsoforigin.net. Clients can actually go on there and request an appointment directly at the website. And thank you, Miss Sam, for having me on and for bringing all of that energy and excitement and sharing it with the world. We appreciate you.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we are going to do this again. I think I'm going to stop in February, but I do want to bring you back on before I end doing it. But I think I'm going to stop in February because I start school in January. So I'm going to have a lot of stuff that's going to be going on. So when I do run it back, I'll let you know so I can get with you and do something. I probably won't do the whole Zoom thing. I might do another avenue, but I am going to make sure that the consumers still have a way to contact you all, even if we don't do it through this avenue. We're going to be doing something. You always going to see my face giving and doing something for free. So we'll be looking for you. But thank you, ladies, so much for being here today and sharing your information for your amazing, amazing businesses. Um, the information will be on my YouTube channel. I am Samantha Jax. You'll be able to run it back, rewatch, and even the one from before. If you weren't able to be in attendance to our first kickback, you can go on my YouTube at I am Samantha Jax and watch the first kickback. Thank you so much to Shamika, Cynthia, and Monique for coming and gracing their information with you all today. And we hope that you catch us next month on December 10th. As we already have our speaker scheduled, we will have movie producer Mo McCoy, makeup artist Ronika Bell. I'm sorry, Ronika McDonald. And we also are going to have my niece. She is a yoga instructor. So I can't wait to have them on next month, December 10th on a Saturday. Make sure you all are in attendance if you would like to be there. Again, thank you so much. I am the amazing, the one and only Samantha Jax. Make sure you guys stay in contact with me at www.samanthajax.com. Have a great day, you ladies.